Hope you do. Okay, are we here? Are we here? What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Bridget and I'm back with another video. So today what I'll be doing is I'm gonna be telling you guys my top binge-worthy Netflix shows. I think I'm doing top 20. So yeah, I'm finna give you guys my Netflix recommendations, you know, binge-worthy Netflix shows. Because if you know me, I watch Netflix 24/7, okay? I didn't watch everything on Netflix. Everything. Not everything, but I didn't watch most of the good stuff, okay? So I'm gonna be giving you my top recommendations. I got all of my notes right there, as you can see, and I'm gonna be going over them and giving you guys a little summary about all of them and telling you guys what each one is about. And you're gonna want to watch all of these because all of these are good. Trust me, okay? So yeah, let's get right into the video. So number 1, we have The Vampire Diaries. So The Vampire Diaries has 8 seasons and you're gonna want to watch all 8 seasons. I watched all 8 seasons and I think a month. Girl, I was binge watching, okay? And it's about how this girl Elena, she falls in love with this vampire boy. So The Vampire Diaries, it says in the name, is about vampires. It's basically like another Twilight, but it's way better than Twilight, okay? It's way better. So yeah, the girl Elena, she falls in love with the Stephen boy, and then they, you know, and he brings secrets from his past, and then he brings Elena into it, and then she falls for his brother, and then that's a crazy thing, and then it's so much stuff that happens in those 8 seasons. You want to, it is so good. I'm telling you, The Vampire Diaries is so freaking good. You're gonna want to watch that. I think that's my top 1. So number 2, we have Shameless. So what Shameless is about, it's about this man. He has 6 kids and he's basically a deadbeat father. He doesn't take care of his kids. He's a freaking alcoholic and he doesn't take care of his kids. So the oldest one, Fiona, she takes care of all of them, and she takes on everything that they come with and all this and that. And it's just so crazy because every kid does so much crazy stuff, and it's like so much crazy things that happen in that show, but it's good and it's funny, so you're gonna want to watch that, okay? So number 3, we have Gossip Girl. So Gossip Girl, I just finished watching this like a few days ago. I just finished the 6th season. They have 6 seasons. So what Gossip Girl is about, it's about how this person, they have this blog and they tell secrets about everybody in the show. They tell everybody's secrets, everybody's deepest secrets and all this and that. And then when she tells their secrets, they go at it with each other and blah blah blah. It's really good. It's really juicy. You get all the tea in that show. So if you like hearing about tea and you like hearing about people drama, watch that. It's really good. So number 4, we have Dear White People. So what Dear White People is about, it's about how these black kids, they talk about like the cultural bias stuff and all the problems that black people are dealing with and all this and that. So that's a really good show to watch too, you know, get up on the culture or whatever. Really informational and stuff like that. I really liked it. So yeah, if you like hearing about those things or you like watching that type of stuff, it's really good. And they be brutally honest in that show, but it's still funny. Like, it's humor, but it's honesty. You get what I'm saying? Hope you do. Okay, are we here? Are we here? Okay. But yeah, that's a good show to watch too. Number 5. So for number 5, we have The 100. The 100 is really good. It is really good. I think it's 6 seasons. 6 seasons. 6 or 5. One of those. What The 100 is about, it's about how a nuclear explosion happened on Earth and they lived up in space, and it was called the Ark. That's where they lived at. So they lived in an Ark. So they decided that they wanted to see what was down there. They wanted to see if they could go live there. So they had juvenile prisoners. that they did not care about. So they got 100 of them and they sent them down to Earth, not knowing if they could die, not knowing anything that's on Earth right now. So they sent them down there, and they were supposed to radio or talk to them when they got down there, but they lost all communication. So they had to fend for themselves. Like, they had to survive by themselves. They had to come up with food, they had to come up with a living space, everything, and everything just got so crazy. People started going crazy, not knowing what to do, and it just got so out of hand. But they had to keep it together because the human freaking race was in their hands. Like, they had to come up with a way to find a communication back to the Ark, and they had to come up with a way for them to survive. And it's just all around a good show, so definitely watch it. Number 6. For number 6, we have Stranger Things. Stranger Things. So let me tell y'all. So at first, I tried to get into Stranger Things. I watched one episode and I stopped watching it because I was like, what is this? I stopped watching it, but then I got back into it because I kept hearing about it. So I was like, let me just try this again. So I watched it again, and when I tell you, after that first episode, I could not stop. I was just watching and watching and watching it. It is so good. So what Stranger Things is, it's basically like a science fiction type of show, and I found those shows like so interesting. Like, I really like watching those shows because I was like, so like interesting stuff be happening on them. But anyways, it's about how this boy Will, he goes missing, and in search for him, they figure out all these creatures and all this stuff the government was hiding from them and everything. So if you like watching stuff like that, then I definitely recommend it, because I definitely like watching stuff like that because it's like so intriguing. Like, yeah, so I definitely recommend that as well. And I think they have 3 seasons as of right now. I'm waiting for season 4 to come out. I forgot the date they said, but it's soon and I'm waiting. Okay, number 7. So for number 7, we have Orange is the New Black. So I kept hearing about this like a bunch of times, and I never found myself to watch it. I never found myself watching the episode. So I was clicking through Netflix and I saw it because I didn't know what else to watch. So I just clicked it. So I clicked on it, watched the first episode and watched the second episode, and so on and so forth, and I couldn't stop either. Like, that show is so interesting as well. It's about these women that are in prison and all the things they have to deal with in there and everything. The main person is Piper, and she's like a good person, but she did something like bad, so she got sentenced, a really big sentence. So she went to prison, and basically the show is like showing how she survived and all this and that, and how she got out of it and whatever, and what she had to deal with. And it's just so good. So I definitely recommend that as well. Now, number 8. So for number 8, we have The Flash. So at first, I really didn't get into it because like I wasn't really into like that superhero stuff and like the superhero TV shows and all of that. So I really wasn't into it at first, but I got into it after I saw somebody posting about it, and I was like, let me see what's this about. So I started watching it, and actually I really liked it. So it's about the boy Barry. He's the Flash. So it's about how he got powers and how he had to become the Flash, and how he had to deal with all the problems of a superhero and all of that. And it's just really interesting. Like, I thought I wasn't going to like it because I was never interested in like superhero stuff, but it actually turns out it's a good show. Oh, and then I forgot to add this. While he becomes the Flash, he has to look into a mystery on who killed his mother, because when he was little, his mother died in a freak accident, but he knew it was no freak accident. He knew that it was somebody who killed her. So he had to solve that mystery while taking on the problems of saving the innocent people from the villains and stuff like that. And I really liked it. I didn't think I would like that type of stuff, but it is really interesting. Number 9. So for number 9, we have Riverdale. So I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard of Riverdale. If you haven't, I'm about to tell you what it is, and I'm about to tell you how good it is. Okay, So what Riverdale is about, it's like a mystery show. Like, I love mystery shows. Like, it's just so interesting. It makes you just sit on the edge of your seat, like, what's about to happen? It's about how this boy died, and they try to figure out how did he die and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's a really good show as well. I definitely recommend that. Number 10, we have 13 Reasons Why. So I really love 13 Reasons Why. It's also a sad show too, because it's about how this girl, she commits suicide, and how she has these tapes for everyone who was a part of why she did it, who was like the reason why she did it. So on each tape is the reason. Each tape is directed to one person, and she talks about what happened and what they did to her and all this and that made her want to, you know, kill herself. But it's all around a sad show. It's not a sad show, it's just sad parts in the show. But yeah, but it's a good show though, all around. And yeah, I really like it. Oh, and then I'm not gonna say who died, but another person died, so they had to take that to court, and they had to go over everybody who would have been a suspect and everything, and it was just a whole mess. So that is definitely one of my top shows. Number 11. So number 11 is Jane the Virgin. So Jane the Virgin is a really good show too. Like, at first, like, this is another show that I just brushed off and just clicked past, you know, because I thought I wouldn't like it. But it's actually a good show, okay? So Jane the Virgin, it's about how this girl, she gets pregnant and she's a virgin. Like, she literally gets pregnant and she's a virgin. But yeah, so she gets pregnant and she has this boyfriend, and it's not his, it's this other rich guy. So she has a baby by this rich guy or whatever, and she actually starts falling for him, and then she has her boyfriend on the side, and it's just all a big mess, all drama. I love watching shows with drama because they're just so interesting. Like, love it. I love it. But yeah, that's a good show to watch too. So Jane the Virgin has 5 seasons, okay? They have 5 seasons. Now, number 12, we have Quantico. So at first, I didn't know what Quantico was, like, until I heard somebody talking about it, and I was like, that sounds interesting. Let me see what this is about. So Quantico is actually very, very interesting. So Quantico is about how these recruits are recruited to become FBI agents or whatever, and so they go through this training, and I think that's season 1. So season 1, they're in the training. They're training to become FBI agents, and they have to do all this stuff, and all of them have a secret, like have a big secret, and like as the show goes on, they figure out what it is and all this and that. And then season 2 is about them like going into the field, like actually becoming the agents, everything. So each person is assigned to a state. I think it was a state. Yeah, they're assigned to a state, and they have a task in each state or whatever. And during this, like, a big massacre happens, like a big tragedy happens on US soil, and one of the agents that were in Quantico, they are framed for it, when actually one of the other agents did it, and they were framing her. So I'm not gonna say who actually did it, because why would I say that? But just know you're gonna find out, and you're gonna be very, very shocked. So that is a good show to watch as well. Number 13, we have You. So You is a very good show. It is a very good show. I think it has 2 seasons. So You is about how this guy, he's freaking psycho. He's psycho. So about this guy, and he falls for this girl. Her name is Beck. So he falls for Beck, and his falling for her becomes a freaking obsession. He freaking stalks her and all this and that, and he just becomes so freaking crazy that he freaking locks her up. He locks her up. Like, he's psycho. And he, you know what, I'm not even about to say it. but he locks her up, and then something else happens, and he moved. So he moved, and he fell for another girl, and he became psycho for her as well. But turns out she was psycho too. They was meant for each other. They were both psycho, okay? I thought he was gonna out psycho her, but no, she out psychoed him. You gonna see if you watch it. She's freaking psycho. But anyways, that's a good show. I definitely recommend it as well. I'm waiting for season 3 because I will definitely be watching that. Okay? But yeah, so number 14. For number 14, we have Fuller House. So Fuller House is just basically, if you watch Full House, then you will like Fuller House. It's just basically like a second version of Fuller House. It's just the sisters, they're all grown up and everything. Everybody's all grown up or whatever. And it's just a really good show to watch. Like, if you're just chilling or whatever, like, it's just a good show to watch. I liked it, but I want to say it's my top, shows to binge watch. But it's a good show though. Number 15. For number 15, we have Black Lightning. So Black Lightning is really good. I definitely recommend it. It's about how this guy, he's the superhero Black Lightning, that's why it's called that, and he fights the bad guys or whatever and all this and that. And it's this guy Tobias, he tries to take him down because he's freaking crazy. He does all this evil stuff to people and whatever. He tries to take him down and stuff like that. And then his daughters get powers. They don't even know that their dad is Black Lightning, so when they get powers, he has to tell them, and then all of that crazy stuff. And then they all fighting crime and fighting the bad guys. And it's just another superhero show, but it's better than a regular superhero show. I definitely will watch that. Definitely. Number 16. So for number 16, we have On My Block. I have some words for On My Block. Because why would you end the season like that? Why would you do that? That was so wrong of you. Anyways, we're not here for me to talk about why it ended like that. Anyways, I'm here to tell you why you should watch it. But yeah, On My Block is really good. It's about these teenagers, how they go through all these different problems together and stuff like that. And how this boy Caesar, he's in a gang and he has to deal with all those gang problems or whatever, stuff like that. And it's really good. I definitely recommend you to watch it. I liked it a lot. And they better be coming out with another season because they didn't have to end that last season like that. Like, if you watched it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't watch it, and then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they didn't have to end it like that. They didn't have to do us like that at all. Number 17. So for number 17, we have The Fosters. So The Fosters is actually a good show. I didn't think I would like it because I felt like it was just not my style. But I actually liked it. It's about how there's a gay couple. They have these, they adopt these kids, and they're actually a foster family. So they take in foster kids, and they take in this sister and this brother, because they were in a bad foster family. So they take them on and they deal with all the problems with them and all this and that. It's like a family show. Yeah, it's kind of like a family show, but it's actually really good though. So I definitely recommend you watching that. Oh, and then the foster kid, she falls for the brother, the adopted child, which they can't do, which is against the rules. So they have to sneak behind their parents' back with that. And yeah, so it's just a good show all around. So number 18. So for number 18, we have Between. So not a lot of people know about this show, and I don't know why. It's so slept on. Like, it's really slept on. So what Between is about, it's about how this virus, it starts to kill adults. Like, I think it was anybody over the age of 22, it killed. So 22 and below, they lost their family, they lost their parents, and they had to fend for themselves once again. I love shows like that where like they have to freaking survive off of, like, I just love shows like that. I don't know why, but I just love shows like that. But yeah, so anybody over the age of 22 died, and they just had to deal with everything by themselves, and then they didn't have food and stuff like that, and then it was just crazy. So that also leads me to my next one, number 19, which is the society. So the society is kind of like the same kind of idea or whatever. So what this is about how these kids, they were going on a field trip. They thought they was going to a field trip or whatever, overnight field trip. So as they're on the bus, they went to sleep. It was nighttime, so they think they're on their way or whatever. So when the bus stops, they bring them back into town. So they're like really confused on why they're back into town. So they start calling their parents for rides to come pick them up or whatever, and nobody's answering. So they go home, nobody's home, no parents are home, nobody. So it's just them that's in that town. Everybody's gone, like the parents, the teachers, the workers, everybody is gone. It is just those teenagers that were going on that field trip, and they don't know what happened. They don't know what's going on. They don't know where they went. They don't know where they're at. They're thinking they're on a different planet or something, because how can everybody just disappear like that? So then they have to survive for them. Like I said, I love watching shows where they have to survive for themselves. So they have to survive. They have to get food. They have to find food. They have to ration food because there's no way in and there's no way out. Like they try leaving, it's blocked off by woods and wilderness. So they're really confused, like what in the world is going on. So yeah, that's a really good show as well. Okay, watch it. Oh, and then this girl, she's pregnant. She gets pregnant. Also forgot to mention the girl in between the last show I mentioned, number 18, she also got pregnant, and she doesn't know what to do because there's no freaking baby food or nothing like that. She doesn't know how to take care of a baby. And then this one, the society, the other girl, she has a baby too, and she doesn't know how to take care of it because, like I said, they have to ration food. The baby can't get food. It's just crazy. So those two are kind of like the same idea. That's why I really like them, because they're interesting. It says the society supposed to be coming out with season 2 2020, so we're gonna see. So the next one is number 20, and that is Insatiable. So Insatiable is really funny, and it's about how this girl, she's like a pageant, she starts getting into pageants or whatever. She has this pageant coach, and she just goes through different stuff through life, and he, you know, helps her through it or whatever. He's like her mentor and stuff like that, and they go through all these different types of problems. And she also had a like eating disorder, like she was like eating so much, so he helped her with that. You know, she started doing pageants to see her beauty and stuff like that. And it's just a really good show as well. It's drama in that show too, so I like that show as well. So yeah, definitely watch that. But yeah, that's my list. I hope I explained it good, because that's the best I could explain. Like I said, I suck at explaining things, so I hope I helped. If I didn't, I'm sorry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any video recommendations that you want me to do, please let me know down in the comment section, and I'll be glad to do them for you. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and click the bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Okay, and make sure you share this everywhere. But yeah, see you guys in the next video.